What's up? It's your host with the most. That's right, here on the Hip Hop Tour. We are in Harlem. Now, I gotta tell you, it's all about the progression of the culture. And this young man, Shalique Rivers, is definitely gonna bring it. On the Hip Hop Tour, we're gonna catch Shalique's new video. We'll be right back. Hip Hop Tour. Now, you're now on Pendulum, yes?
Pendulum Records. I'm now on Pendulum Records, so I'm excited about that, working on our project.
This is love and war, known as fair.
Shalique, of the many years that you have worked in this business, because it really is work, what are some of the most valuable lessons you've learned?
To just keep your team close, you know, and trust who you're working with, and make the best music.
You know, and I gotta say, big ups to T-Rex. He's got an excellent manager. I mean, Ruben Rodriguez, an excellent executive director and label.
Ruben is Ruben. I'm signed to Ruben. He's the CEO and founder of Pendulum Records, and I'm also signed to his management.
You've forgiven me, but every chance you get, you make me feel guilty.
We'll be right back. Hip Hop Tour.
Peace.
We're with the legend himself, Ruben Rodriguez. Everyone's saying you got a star on your hands. Talk to me of why you decided to sign and manage Shalique.
Well, I got to tell you, what I loved about Shalique was the fact that, you know, I said, man, you know, man, I love you. I love the soulfulness of you, you know, like not only your voice, but you when you combine a great voice with emotion. Oh my God.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Well, there you have it. We have more for you on this Hip Hop Tour. The tour continues. Don't go anywhere. Keep it right here. It's your host with the most, and millions more, and we'll be right back. What's up? You know, we was just doing an international French thing because that's what hip-hop's all about. If you guys don't know this name or this face, you're really not hip-hop.
Check it, microphone check it, the crowd went wild when the Lord came to wreck it. Check it, microphone check it, the crowd went wild when the Lord came to wreck it. Hey yo, check it, microphone check it, here it is.
It is none other than Do It All from Lords of the Underground. Good to see you. You know, Hip Hop Tour is always talking about the progression of hip hop. As a producer, you've really seen it. And as an artist, you were part of it.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about it so that people can understand the importance of understanding where you came from.
I think if you stay in motion, you know, it keeps you young. Lords of the Underground, this is our 20th anniversary year.
And it's all about being who you are.
Exactly.
And embracing the culture. We've got more for you on the Hip Hop Tour. Don't go anywhere. Keep it right here.
Yeah.
When you talk about hip hop and the evolution of hip hop and breaking artists in hip hop, this woman is the woman that did it.
You have to have a real skill. You have to be a writer, not only an artist that goes out and perform, but you need to write your own songs.
Yeah.
And the real talent like Shalique, who just performed here on Pendulum Records, you know, artists like him, yeah, and you know it's hard for them to survive. You got Lettucey, hard to survive.
Yeah.
You know, my sister Jackie McGee, Make It Last Forever. You know, all of these great artists, it's hard to survive now.
The last word of advice that you want to give to people that are breaking into the music industry and that are embracing the hip-hop culture, what do you want to tell them?
That, you know, don't focus so much on being on the stage. You could do, you could write other people's music, like I said. You could do jingles. You know, get on some of these commercials, like Phoebe Snow doing the Maxwell House. You know, go out there and explore.
We've got more for you on this hip-hop tour, so you don't want to go anywhere. You want to keep it right here. Trust me, we got more for you.
Amelia Moore.
Shalique, I love his voice. I think he has so much swagger, and he has a great body. I love the song on hip-hop. You know, with Rick Ross, who I'm loving everything, with hip-hop, I'm just disappointed and it hasn't grown. It's actually got worse in terms of the messages that it's singing, and I think we can do better.
What makes the hip-hop culture still a culture to you today?
Well, what happens is that when we're dealing with a lot of the new artists, man, they don't understand the grind, and they've lost it. And what happens is that, you know, honestly, only 3% of the cast that's rocking is gonna make it. And I don't mean 3% of the people that's gonna make it in the industry from New York. I mean 3% period is gonna make it.
What makes the hip-hop culture still a culture to you today?
Well, what happens is that when we're dealing with a lot of the new artists, man, they don't understand the grind, and they've lost it. And what happens is that, you know, honestly, only 3% of the cast that's rocking is gonna make it. And I don't mean 3% of the people that's gonna make it in the industry from New York. I mean 3% period is gonna make it. So the reality is that, you know, while they out here, like they think that writing rhymes in front of the cereal box and doing their thing, that's what's getting you signed. That's not happening, man. It's not happening. What's happening is that cats gotta be structured and focused and be willing to hustle. Well, they're looking at the YouTubes, they're looking at the Twitters, they're looking at the Instagrams. Like, the game is different. This ain't like Run DMC back in the day. You could be dope and cats want to sign you. They want to sign people that's going to hustle. So at the end of the day, let's be 100.
Well, there you have it. That's words of wisdom. We got the hip-hop tour going on in a city near you, so make sure you keep it tuned. It's your host, your most familiar is more, and my man,
I meant what he said. But before I go, I got to acknowledge the team because the girls is in the building, them dope girls.
Hello, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Grinding, making our names being put out there for the world to know. You know, when you start from the bottom, like Drake says, you gotta make your name be something that is, maybe I'm a little bit nervous, so I don't know what to say right now, but you gotta make it. You gotta make it so people can know what you about. Like, you gotta grind. Like, you gotta be out here giving flyers. You gotta be out here getting emails. You gotta let them know, like, you're willing to work. I have an artist. Her name is Ellie, and I have to make sure that she makes it. So that's why I'm here grinding.
You know what? You're only as good as who knows how good you are. So get known. We're out. Tonight is a night about legends, history, and this gentleman right here from a media relations, public relations, and management side can tell it all. Angelo, we've been talking on the hip-hop tour about the evolution of the hip-hop culture. Can you just talk a little bit about what you've seen over the years? Because you started with the R&B and then watched it go into hip-hop.
The revolution of R&B and the revolution of hip-hop it's really just made another turn. I'm now representing Big Daddy Kane, and I've seen Kane from the 80s to 2013 progress. The music has changed. He's diversified himself. He's into this day and time in funk and pop. Totally a switch and totally a change. And today, I got a chance to witness, we were talking about changes, a real singer. I applaud his efforts. I think that this artist is phenomenal, and I think that we all should just move out the way and receive what is new, what is innovative, and what is bringing a new sound to a new culture.
It is about the movement. Follow this man's movement because, I mean, X is starting to do some really good stuff, and now you know why. We've got more for you on the hip-hop tour. You don't want to go anywhere. You want to keep it right here. Live, learn, and relax. It's a voice like an angel, a spirit like an angel, just a beautiful, beautiful person. It is Berry Boo in the building.
How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing great, Berry. You are fabulous. You performed with Shalik tonight.
I did.
I mean, you're always transforming your imagery, and I love it.
You didn't recognize me tonight.
I did not. I
know. I changed up a lot.
She's my girl.
Right, I was like, well, I think that's Amelia in the crowd right there. Yeah, but I was performing for Shalik. I'm an artist myself. I have
talk about the EP.
Yes, I have an EP coming out. It should be out in about like 3 weeks. It's called I'm Berry Damn It. It's the collection, volume 1. Yeah, so it's coming out in about 3 weeks. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything is under I'm Berry Damn It. That's IMBRRYDAMNIT. I go by Berry Boo, but I'm Berry Damn It is the slogan.
Because she's Berry, damn it. Right. We got more for you on this hip-hop tour. Don't go anywhere. I just gave you an exclusive. So we caught up with Mecca from Music Choice, and she had this to say about the evolution of hip-hop from a visual point from then till now.
I think we're still doing a lot of graphic videos, which is cool. But I think now people are telling more stories with their videos, and I appreciate that.
What's up? It's your host of the most signing off. Thank you so much, Robin. You always hold us down. And that's the end for the hip-hop tour. And at the end we say, peace!